In this video, I'm gonna show you how to have amazing facial expressions and angles in your photos so that you don't look scary, awkward, or weird in every single photo that you take. If you're new to my channel, I am Kamla-Kay. I am a professional agency signed model that does print work and TV commercials, so I am going to teach you all of the tricks that professional models use to make us look great on camera. And so you're probably thinking, well, of course this is gonna be easy for you, or of course you're gonna be able to hit those angles because you're a model. No, that's why I'm here. I'm gonna make sure that you can look just as fabulous and that you can feel more confident the next time you strike a pose. First and foremost, we wanna make sure that we find your angles. So in order to do this, I like to use the concept of 9 angles or 9 directions. And ultimately what these 9 directions are gonna help you do is to create fluid movements with your face so that you're not stuck in the typical, let me guess, you probably always do this angle in every single photo, right? So what are those 9 facial angles to make you look fabulous on camera? Think of it as 3 rows. We have a row in your forehead, a row around your nose, and a row around your chin. So let's start with your nose area. In this area, there are 3 points of movement, essentially. So there's point number 1, which is essentially looking directly at the photographer. Let's say for now, you are my photographer. So my nose is pointing directly at you. Point number 2 is to the left. Point number 3 is to the right. What we want to do in this direction is keep our chin pretty level. We don't want it too high. We don't want it to be too low. So we have 3 points of contact, 1, 2, and over here 3. Now, don't worry, I'm gonna talk about how to move all of these points, but let's go through all of them first. So with our forehead, right? We have our forehead, top of our face. So this means movements that go more upward. So we have a point here, meaning you're going up, and I know this looks silly. We're gonna get into why. And then we have a point over here. So chin is pointing up. And then we have a point to my right. So chin is pointing up. So what you'll notice is nose straight ahead, to the left, to the right, forehead going up to the left, forehead going up to the right. Noticing a pattern here, we have center, left, and right. Now we have chin. Chin goes down, but again, this looks silly. We'll get to it, but just pay attention to chin going down to the left, and chin going down to the right. So what do we have? 3, 6, 9 angles of essentially where you can put your face, and learning these angles because you're gonna think, well, I only have 1 or 2 good angles. But professional models, for the most part, we use all 9 of those. And when I teach my clients one-on-one in my posing classes or when they watch my Perfect Poses posing course, all of that is linked in my description area, by the way. If you wanna have a one-on-one coaching class with me, or if you want to get my instant access posing course, those links are in the description. But in those moments, I teach my clients how to have more than just 1 or 2 perfect poses in their face, right? So let's go through this. Think of it as a clock and think of it as a 9. So when I am posing, I don't want you to pose like this and then you're like, ooh, next angle, over here, which a lot of people do profile, right? Or you're thinking, ooh, over here. No, we want to think of fluid poses with our face. Just a quick note, you do not have to go in an exact order. We just want to make sure that we are flowing and getting different directions with all of those points that I talked about, all 3, 6, 9 of those points. So what does this look like? In my coaching, I really stress to my clients fluid poses, fluid movements where it seems like you're flowing from one pose to the next. And it's something that you will need to practice with a mirror so that you can see exactly what you're doing. And muscle memory always allows my clients to get this, so don't be hard on yourself if it feels awkward at first, okay? So let's get started. If I was to be taking a photo and I'm hitting those 9 points, what am I gonna be doing? This is, remember when I said chin up would be awkward? So this is where maybe I would incorporate my hands to make it like a fun shot where we're like here or here, right? Chin is going up and you can utilize your hands in that way or like this, right? So depending obviously the angle of the photographer. So we're just posing, chin to the left, chin down, off to the side, movement, movement, movement. Notice how I'm getting those 3 dots per row, but I'm not going like, oh my gosh, I gotta get a shot here. Let me get a shot here. No, my fluid method of posing is just the slow, gradual from one point to the next. And as you're posing, the photographer is going to be able to get those various shots. As you're using your tripod to use your cell phone, you're gonna be able to get all 9 of those angles. All right, very big tip for number 1. Now what to do with your mouth. A lot of times you look scary, you look mad, you look like the rusted bee face that people talk about, right? So in order to switch that up a little bit, so of course you can do the typical Colgate smile. So for myself, it's sometimes hard for me to do a smile where my teeth are touching. So a lot of times my natural smile, my mouth is a little bit open. So you can do a smile where your teeth are touching, or what a lot of models do is they will part their lips because that helps to, one, elongate your jaw. It helps to give you better jawline structure here. And so what you want to do is part your lips, and then you can be breathing slightly out of your mouth if that helps you. Something else that you can do is like put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. So instead of just this, you can go. And if you're someone that does have a double chin, you'll be able to notice more of a difference if you put your tongue at the roof of your mouth. So you can do the closed mouth, you can do the slightly parted lips, and then obviously doing like the big smiles. Here's the thing, when you do a real smile, a lot of times it feels fake, right? It feels like awkward and you're saying cheese. Try not to say cheese because it makes your face look awkward, stuck. Say something else like money or yoga. It just feels better and it gets you out of cheese, because when you say cheese, your mouth goes in one direction and then your jawline tightens, right? You don't want that. So when you do a real smile, try to actually laugh. It sounds stupid, but I promise you, whenever I am on set with professional models, a lot of times we laugh out loud, and those tiny things are the things that make us go from amazing photos to basic photos, or vice versa. The secrets that you would see other people doing, you're like, oh, that's dumb. No, those are the tricks that help us look a lot more confident and powerful on camera. So when I'm laughing, when I'm posing, I'm like, I'm actually making sound, okay? And then let's quickly talk about our eyes. Tyra Banks coined the term smizing with your eyes. So again, when we're taking photos, our eyes can look dead. It feels like we're just like staring through the photographer, right? We have no soul. But instead, you want to do a little bit. So smizing, it means smiling with your eyes. So one way to look at it is thinking about like a small squint of your eye. So you're essentially pulling up like the bottom part of your eye, bringing it upward. But when you squint, you can't just be like, you know, because then you just look like the sun is in your eyes. It needs to be a squint, and then from the inside, you're thinking about like a positive experience. You're thinking about like, oh my gosh, I'm bursting to run home and tell my friend or my sister that little secret that I'm not really supposed to tell anybody, but my sister doesn't count when it comes to the secret being exposed. You know that rule. So you're gonna go from like a dead blank face to, so I'm gonna turn away from the camera so you can see the difference. Dead blank face to smizing. You see, so even when I look off to the side, it's like a pleasant, oh, he's cute. She's cute. Oh, I can't wait to tell my sister. Right? So it gives you a lot more emotion. So I go through the aspect of posing, getting your angles, all of that stuff in full detail inside of my Perfect Poses posing course. Make sure that you go to that description area and grab that guide so that whether it's for your branding photos that you're taking, whether it's for your upcoming event that you're having a big 50th birthday or whatever the case is that you're celebrating, or if you're trying to become a professional model, it is important that you know how to pose with ease and fluidity on camera. All right, that is it for this quick video on your facial expressions in order to look great on camera. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel because I am a professional agency signed model, so I am going to give you all of those tips on one, how to get into the modeling industry, even if you are 50 years old, even if you are 5'3", if you never thought about becoming a model. Yes, it's actually possible for you. I have been on modeling jobs where there is a model that is 5'3" getting paid the same amount that I am. So check out my channel, find the videos that are perfect for you, and I will see you in the next video, and go to the description area to get that posing course.